7 through 14 deals with constructions of dilations, and we're using this diagram over here on the right. I've already drawn in the red lines that are going to help us to make a construction of a dilation. And the construction that we're going to do is this, where our center point is J, which is why all the lines over here are coming from point J. We're going to have a dilation of 1/2. In other words, we're going to take this shape and we're going to create another shape that's half as large. It's going to be a reduction in size. Okay, so the reason I drew those lines from point J, the center of our dilation, is because everything comes from point J, whether we make this image larger way out here or smaller in close next to J. And what we really need to do is take every one of those 4 points, E, D, G, and F, as the vertices of the shape, and we're going to come up with E prime, D prime, G prime, and F prime, and each one of those prime coordinates is going to be half the distance to J that these original ones are. So if you look at this first line segment that goes from J, the center of our dilation, to point D, which is the upper leftmost point of this image, we could measure that. We're at just under 1.5 inches. If I split that in half, I would have just about 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so this is halfway in between J and D. I'm going to label it D prime. I could do that same thing, that same process from J to E, which looks like it's about 7/8 of an inch. If we split that in half, we'd be right about there. We can call that one E prime. We do the same thing with J to G, which should take us to about right here. And the same thing from J to F. And I'm not being, the way that I'm going about this right now is not as precise as probably I'd like to, but hopefully gives you an idea of how you're going to go about this in a more precise way. So I now have 4 new points, D prime, there's E prime, this would be G prime down here, I didn't label it, F prime over here. And we can connect those, and so we've now got a new shape, a prime image, that's half the size as the original image, based on the center being out at J, where the lines are coming from, and a scale factor of 1/2.